girl. Boy, do I have a juicy story to tell you guys. I want you to go get you some popcorn, get you something to drink, because this story is gonna be something else. I'll wait. Go ahead and get your stuff, because I'm telling you, you will not forget this video. And this is going to be a helpful video if you ever go shopping at Lowe's. All right, you're sitting down, you got your popcorn, you got your drink, and I'm sitting outside in the back of my car because the stuff that I need to show you is right behind me. So let's start by this. You have to have watched my first video about let's go get my planters. Once you see that video, then you need to see this one. So if you haven't seen that part 1 of that video, go back and watch that video and then come back and sit down with your popcorn and your drink and get ready to hear this tale. Okay, here we go. As I stated in my first video, I went to go get these planters. See these planters right behind me? Because those planters were clearance to $4.67. And so I had stacked all those planters, there's 5 of them, in my little cart, as you saw in my video. And then I pushed it up to the cashiers in the front. But before I had them ring up anything in my cart, I asked them to scan these planters to make sure they ran up $4.67. So she scanned them and she goes, "Oh no, ma'am, I'm sorry, they're $26.97. I said, nope. And you know what your girl did? Of course, you guys know what I did. I pulled my phone out, because you know I made a video in Lowe's, and I got it to the price of these planters, and I showed her that those planters said $4.67. And she goes, "Well, I need to call a manager." So she called the first manager, and he says, "Well, ma'am, you know, those planters are $26. And I said, "No, sir." I said, "These planters are $4.67. And I showed him the video. And he was like, "Well, we can't take your word for the video. I'm going to have to call the manager of the garden center." And you know I shop at Lowe's all the time. You guys know that's my favorite store. So I waited and waited and waited. And that poor little cashier, she was shaking in her boots because it was her first day being there at Lowe's. So I told her, "Don't worry about it. If you have any customers that come to your register, I'll just pull my cart to the side." Because you know, what they wanted me to do was leave. But no, I was on a mission, and I wanted these planters because I had plans for these planters right here. And I wasn't going to give up that easy. If y'all don't know me, you know if I am after a deal, I am going to stay there until I complete the mission. Oh, yes, I did. So, as I said, I pulled my cart to the side and waited for the garden manager to come out. He came out and he says, "Well, ma'am, if you don't have any proof that these planters weren't $4.67, I cannot give them to you, because I went out there in the garden center and all of the planters were gone." So I said, "Yeah, they're all gone because I have them all in this basket." I said, "Who's not going to buy all these planters for $4.67? That price was too good to be true." And he goes, "Well, I have to go to the bathroom, and then when I come back, then if you can find the video, then you can show me proof of the price of the planters." And I said, "Yeah, take your time." When that little man came back, trust and believe, Miss Renee had her video. She showed it to him, and all he could say was, his mouth dropped, because he didn't think that I was going to have a video to show him that these planters was right behind that $4.67 sign. And he looked and he yelled, I guess to the other manager that I talked to previous, he goes, "I have to give it to her." And you know what the goal he told me? He says before he went to the bathroom, he goes, "Well, I don't want to call you a liar, but you know, we don't have any kind of way of proving it." I said, trust and believe, if you guys have not learned anything from Miss Renee, trust and believe, I always have some type of evidence to back up whatever I am trying to do. And today was the day that I wanted these planters, and so I was so happy that I videotaped these planters on the shelf with the clearance price, because if I didn't have that video, Miss Renee would not be walking out the door with 5 of these planters. I was so happy. He wasn't so happy. He told the girl, "Oh, you're gonna have to ring them up." And he goes, "Ma'am, how much were they?" I said, $467. You know, I was calm, cool, collected. I didn't lose my temper, because you know that's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to get outright. But I was going to hold Lowe's accountable for if they have a price point on those shelves and it says $467 and the product is there. It's not my fault that those people that put the product on that shelf did not put them in the right location. I worked in retail. This is not my first rodeo. I've had to do similar things like this before. So I know whoever put these planters in the wrong spot, trust and believe they're going to have to own up to their mistake. Oh yes, they will. But you know what? I was so happy that I was able to get my planters for $467. And he goes, "Oh," he had much attitude, and he kept saying, "Oh, just ring them up. Here's my badge. I'll come back and get the badge later." You know, meaning I'll come back when she's gone. Hey, you made my day, and I will even keep going back to Lowe's because that's my favorite little garden center. But I just had to bring this little tidbit to you guys, because I would say they are not going to believe that I had to fight. I mean, seriously fight for a product in that store. So if you on a mission and you want something, do not back down, especially if you know you are right. They will try to intimidate you, which this little man tried to do. But like I said, I was calm, cool, and collected, because you know what? Miss Renee kept her eye on the prize. And my prize was my planters. So I am so excited about my planters. But I just wanted to bring this story to you guys. So if you are in Lowe's, Home Depot, in any kind of store, and you see a sale price, clearance price, take a picture of it, make a video, so you can have some evidence. Because like I said, if I did not have that video, Miss Renee wouldn't have been walking out of the store with these planters. So, ain't that something? I had to fight, because that little man was determined not to let me leave out of that store with these planters, because he was seeing $26 per planter. That was a big loss. And he said that he's going to have to take a hit for each one of these planters, because one of his employees did not put it in the right spot. I'm sorry for that employee. I'm sorry for the product not being where it was supposed to be, but I'm happy because I was able to get some planters that I have always looked for. But one thing I wanted to tell you guys is I'm so sorry, because I was in the store and I was giving you the word on the street that these planters were $467. I'm so sorry, because I felt bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm out there telling my subscribers that they can come to Lowe's and get these planters for $467. So, and I even showed you guys the label. That's what cracked me up. It said bird baths for $467. So, hey, you know what? We all live and learn. But I wanted to come and apologize to you guys for going to have you guys go to the store and not be able to get this price for $467 if you didn't stand up for your rights and fight for the product. So I will make sure next time that when I'm in the store, I will double read those labels and make sure that they are the clearance price. But everything else that I showed you in Lowe's was right, except for that other sprayer, because that one associate showed me that no, that's not the price for that blue hand sprayer. But I already made a video and cleared that up. So Just those two things. But I just wanted to come to you that your girl was in there going toe-to-toe with the manager of the garden center at Lowe's. But, woohoo! I was so excited because check this out. That's what I wanted. I got a total of 5 of these planters. And these are some nice, heavy-duty planters. So I'm happy because I'm going to use this for something beautiful in my garden this season coming up. So, woohoo, stick to your guns. Do not let them intimidate you. If you know that this is a product that is right behind a sign and it has the same description, take it in there, take a picture of it, and stand your ground. And if you stand your ground, then you will come out being victorious. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this this little video, and I'm hoping that you had your popcorn smacking and drinking your drink as you were listening to me tell the tale of I am going to hold Lowe's accountable, because you have to do that. Alright guys, have a wonderful day, have a blessed day, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give your girl a thumbs up, and share this out, because I want to know that I made Lowe's stand up with their policy of if the product is behind a price, they have to give you that sale price. We got to take it one step at a time, because he was in that ring with his boxing gloves on, and he was determined not to let me leave this store without paying that $26 and some change for these little bird baths. I am not that girl. It was not the day for me to surrender, especially when I had proof and I knew that this thing was right behind the sale price. All right, guys, love you all. So keep your eyeballs open, and I'll keep my eyeballs open when I am in there shopping for you guys and for myself at Lowe's. All right, okay, guys, have a wonderful day again, blessed day, and I love you, love you, love you.